making all these commitments, but they don't have the cash for the build out that they need today. They don't have the money to do it. They had been using Microsoft, but now the numbers for their scale, which you touched on, are getting so big that in 2 to 3 years, they're going to need multiples of more capacity than they have now. And Microsoft, big bad Microsoft, can't meet that demand. So they're making these new deals with these other companies, right? But OpenAI, again, does not have the money to pay for this stuff today. So there's complicated structures on slides. There's pages showing money flowing in a cycle to different firms, basically buying, selling to themselves or each other. And in my profession, look, this raises fundamental red flags in counterparty risk and fraud risk, right? I've read about some of the commitments in these kind of circular agreements, and they don't have the money to meet the commitments today. Some of this is being done with the warrant agreements I touched on. Some of it's being done with stock, which adds more layers of complexity. So to put a bow on it, there's two things that are important to make this work, for this to be successful. One, demand for AI better be strong. And two, that the companies engaging in these complex agreements produce detailed accounting and disclosures concerning the tie-up. On number two, OpenAI is a private company. They are therefore not required to disclose to you or me or anybody else anything.
Meanwhile, the Trump administration is floating the idea of making companies less transparent by getting rid of quarterly earnings reports.
Neither here nor there, but yes. So look, it's sketchy. It works if the demand remains strong. Where these things have fallen apart before, someone's committing fraud in the agreement. One of the parties is committing fraud. One of the parties doesn't have the demand they thought, can't meet a commitment. I told you I'd give you 1 million chips, I can't. That creates a waterfall effect where because the chips weren't delivered on time, demand fell, couldn't meet